What's up, Piper drivers? So I've had a few of you asking me how to install sound fonts in an SNV4 Pro Pixel board like I have installed in this lightsaber right here. Now the great news is that installing sound fonts in a lightsaber like this one has always been the easiest to do, but now it's so easy that it's downright criminal. So in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to install sound fonts on an SNV4 Pro board. For this video, I'm using a lightsaber that I picked up over at N-Sabers, but this will work on any lightsaber that you buy, from Theory Sabers, CC Sabers, Vader Sabers, Art Sabers. It doesn't matter where you buy the lightsaber, as long as it has an SNV4 Pro board installed on it. And for most of these companies, if you use the code MedinaLorean at checkout, you can save some money on your purchase. So to get started, you're gonna need a few things. First, you're gonna need a computer that can read an SD card. Now, if you're like me and you don't have one of those, then you can buy a USB adapter that allows your SD card to be read by a computer via USB. And they make them like this. They make it where you can read it with USB-C. Whatever you need to allow your computer to use or read an SD card, you want to buy one of those. Next, you're going to need a lightsaber sound font set. Now, there's a lot of companies out there that you can buy from. I personally like to use Kyberphonic. I think he does the best sound fonts out there. They're clear, they sound great, but not only do they sound really good, he organizes it in a way that makes it very, very easy to transfer these files over onto your SD card. There's a lot of different files that make up the sound effects for a lightsaber, and he has them organized in a way that all you need to do is copy and paste them into the folder and you're done. Plus, he has them set up with every purchase that you have it ready for NeoPixel, you have it ready for SNV4 or Profi, so it makes it very easy to work with. You're also going to need this app called ForcePark. Now this is a free to download app for both Android and Apple users, and this is what we're going to use to customize our blade colors, our blade styles, and basically all of the visual effects for the lightsaber. And of course, lastly, you're going to need a lightsaber. So hopefully you got this part of it done, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Anyway, if you want links to any of the stuff I talked about earlier, I'll leave it in the description below for you guys to get to it. So let's get started. First up, what you need to do is gain access to the chassis of the lightsaber. In most of these lightsabers, they are removable, but it does vary from lightsaber to lightsaber. In this particular one, all I need to do is unscrew the back cap and then just pull it out, and that's it. So now that you have access to the chassis, this is what it looks like on this lightsaber, okay? What you're going to want to do is you're going to pull out this blue SD card right there. So you're going to pull that out, and then you're going to pop that into your USB, and then we're going to go to the computer. All right, so now that we have it plugged into the computer, you have access to all of the sound fonts that are in the folder. And as you can see, there's a lot of them. In this one, there's 27 different sound fonts already included with this lightsaber. So plenty for you to play around with right from the get-go. But we want to make it our own, right? So each one of these is labeled numerically. That's how it's organized in this folder. And then when you go into each one of these folders, you will see all of the different files and folders that make up the individual sound font profile for that particular number. So the first thing we want to do is we want to copy everything that is in these folders and make a backup of it. And that's just so that you can have access to the original way that it was set up. If you feel like you made a mistake and you want to go back to the way it was, you have that available to you. So you just want to copy and paste everything, put it in a new folder. You can name it whatever you want to name it. I personally like to name them by the name of the lightsaber. So in this case, we're going to call it Revan, and then backup. And then you're just going to take and paste all of that in there. And then once you're done with that, we're going to take and go back to the particular profile that you want to edit. So in this one, we're going to edit the first one. And then now we're going to open up the folder that we bought from Kyberphonic that has all of the new sound fonts that we want to take and copy into this folder. So once we're in the Kyberphonic folder, you're going to see that it has it organized in different types of sound profiles. So you have it set up for NeoPixel, you have it set up for Profi and whatnot. In this case, SNV4 uses the Profi sound fonts. So it makes it pretty simple. So all you need to do is go into Profi, and then once you're in there, this will give you access to all of the sound fonts and files that Kyberphonic has made up so that it makes the lightsaber work the way it should. So what we're going to do here is we're going to copy everything that's in this folder just as you see it, and we're going to paste it into that particular profile on the SD card. You're going to get a prompt that's going to ask you if you want to save and overwrite any files or folders that have the same name. absolutely that's what you want to do. Go ahead and just copy, paste, and replace everything that's in that folder. Once you get done with all that, the last thing that you need to do is open up this text document that says README. It's going to open up and it should have the name of the character that the previous sound font corresponded with, and we're just going to change that to the new name. So in this case, this is Revan, so we'll name that there, save that folder, and that's going to be used later, but that's what we need to do here. So once we're done with all that, you're pretty much done. So all you need to do is remove the SD card and now plug it back into your board. Once you get the SD card reinstalled on your board, all you need to do is plug in the chassis and you're pretty much good to go with your sound fonts. All you need to do now is use the app to adjust the color settings for that particular sound font, and then you're pretty much good to go. So as you can see right here, I already have that set up for Revan. It's already good to go. All right. So let's switch over to Bastila and I'll show you how to do that one.
I am Bastila Shan.
Okay, you can see you got the Bastila Shan sound font, but when you turn it on, it's got purple. And we don't want that, all right? Bastila needs to be yellow. She's a sentinel, so that's what we're gonna change her up to. So the first thing you wanna do is open up your Force Park app and you're gonna connect it. Now, mine is already connected, but if you don't already have it, there's an option at the very top there that basically just says to connect, and that's how you get to that. Now, once you have it connected, you can do all of your Saber adjustments in the selection that says Saber Control, okay? So you click on Saber Control, and from in there, you could turn your lightsaber on. You can see that it turns on, and now we could change colors. So let's change the color to, it's kind of a green yellow, blue, there. Now we got a yellow, okay? And let's say that you want to change your switch on font, or let's change your blade effect, right? You want the blade effect to look a little bit different. Maybe you don't want it to be steady like this.
The Exile.
Oh, I hit the wrong thing.
I am Bastila Shan.
Sorry, hit the wrong button. There we go, we're back to it. All right, blade effect. So let's change the blade effect. So now you can have this blinking effect like this that could probably give you a seizure.
Blade Pulse.
You got a blade pulse effect if you want that.
Blade Rainbow.
You got a rainbow.
Blade Infinite.
You got different varying colors. Looks like it just fades in between them.
Blade Wave. Blade Fire. Blade Flash.
You got a lot of different settings. So there's a nice one like that. Let's say you want that to be the yellow. There you got like that. It's got kind of like a blinking effect that goes in there. All right, let's see what else we got.
Blade 1. Blade 2. Blade 3. Blade 4. Blade 5. Blade 6. Blade 7. Blade 8. Blade 9. Blade 10. Blade
Lots of settings. And then you got back to the stable. Now there's switch boot on effect, so that's like when it turns on.
Ignition.
And it changes to that. If you want to do that.
Cross ignition.
And you notice that the pre-on sound changes when you change to these effects.
Full ignition.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool one.
Photon ignition.
There's that. So lots of different blade effects and styles that you can do right from the app so that you can make it the way you want to. Now you can also adjust volume. So if you didn't like the way that it sounded, maybe it's too loud for you, you can also lower the volume as well. Now, if you don't like the colors that are preset on there, because you saw that it kind of just set between each individual colors, you can actually get down very granular inside of the setting that says data modify. Now from in there, you can change the color to whatever you want it to be. Let's get back to yellow. Okay, and then that'll be the color right there. And let's say you want it to be like a very light, almost white blue. You can change it with a wheel. So you can just select the color that you want, and then it'll change it to that color. Let's go to almost pink. That actually looks kind of white. Let's try that there. That's kind of like a pink color right there. You can go to red. Now you got red. You got cyan, got a cyan color. You go to green. Now you got a green. So you can change it pretty much to whatever it is that you want it to be to make it the way that you want to. There's a lot of different settings in this app. I haven't even gone through everything yet. So I just suggest that if you do get this type of lightsaber and you want to play around with the app, go through every one of the settings and mess around with it and just see what it does. Now remember when we renamed that text document, the reason why we did that is because this cool feature right here. These sound fonts have every different one labeled by name, which is a really convenient option. And when you rename that text document, it renames it here on the app for you so you can easily select it. That's something that's much better than the Xenopixel app. That one names everything by number, which makes it kind of difficult to try to remember where you actually put it. This one here, you can easily select it by name, and it just makes it easy to work with. And that's it. Like I said, it's super, super easy to install sound fonts on an SNV4 Pro board now. So I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. And until next time, may the force be with you.